Cancer! It's January 26th, and here is your reading for today. Two of Cups reversed. This card speaks loud about a disconnection in your relationships right now. You might be avoiding eye contact or giving someone the silent treatment without even admitting it to yourself. Miscommunication is thick in the air, and maybe you're holding back affection like a shield. Don't lie to yourself. Ignoring these emotional needs won't help. You knew this already, but pride may be blocking a much-needed conversation. If you want to reconnect, you need to face those hard talks head-on. Address the misunderstandings before they get worse. Two of Cups reversed is telling you to stop assuming intentions and start seeking emotional clarity. The Empress steps in next, bringing a stark contrast with her nurturing vibes. This card urges you to care for yourself, to create something nourishing, maybe cook a meal that feeds your soul or dive into a creative project you've been neglecting. Growth is possible, but only if you let it in. Don't stifle your creative urges or shove self-care aside. You might be tempted to overindulge or get too comfortable, but the Empress warns against complacency. Instead, embrace abundance in all forms: comfort, creativity, personal growth. This is your chance to cultivate something real and sustaining in your life. The tension from the Two of Cups reversed can soften if you turn inward and nurture your own well-being. Hold on, Strength is your final card here. This card calls on your inner courage and patience. You need to trust your resilience even when things feel shaky between you and others. Acting with compassion will break down walls faster than anger or withdrawal. Did you stand up for yourself recently? Offering a kind word instead of a cold shoulder? That's exactly the kind of behavior this card is anchoring. Don't rush the process or let self-doubt creep in. Strength is about steady perseverance, not quick fixes. You're being asked to embody confidence and patience as you navigate through emotional distance. The courage to face conflict with kindness will help restore balance. Putting it all together, Cancer, your reading is about the push-pull between emotional distance and connection. Two of Cups reversed warns of disharmony that won't heal itself. The Empress encourages you to nurture your own growth and creativity as a foundation. Strength reminds you to move forward with compassion and inner power. You can't avoid the hard conversations, but you don't have to face them without self-care and patience. This is the start of a chapter where you build from the inside out. If you do the work, disconnection can turn into deeper understanding. Don't run from discomfort. Stand in your strength and nurture what you want to grow. January 26th is your call to action, Cancer. Don't ignore it. Two of Swords. I'm seeing you at a crossroads, Cancer. Two of Swords shines a harsh light on your indecision, the kind where you literally close your eyes to avoid seeing the choice right in front of you. You might be freezing up, stuck in a mental stalemate, unable to commit or even lean one way or the other because the options feel equally daunting or unclear. You know the Two of Cups reversed from before? Remember how that showed disconnection and unresolved conflict? This card is the next step, the paralysis after the emotional disconnect. You're caught between wanting to reconnect and fearing the fallout. Wait, hold on. It's not just about fear. The Two of Swords calls out the internal conflict too. Maybe you're overthinking every detail, rehearsing all the worst outcomes in your head. That silent treatment, avoiding eye contact, withholding affection, it's all feeding this block. You might be procrastinating on conversations or decisions that could break this stalemate. Don't lie to yourself. Doing nothing is a choice, and it's keeping you stuck. The mental fog is real, but here's the kicker. You have to weigh your options carefully, not rush. This card demands that you get honest with yourself, dig past the surface confusion, and embrace the uncomfortable uncertainty of making a tough call. Actually, no, don't rush to a quick fix. The Two of Swords is warning against jumping into decisions based on panic or fear. It's about sitting with the tension long enough to see the truth clearly. Your intuition is trying to speak, but you're shutting it down with endless overthinking. This is where your Strength card from last time comes back in. Remember that quiet confidence, patience, and resilience? Use that now. Stand up for yourself internally. Offer yourself compassion even when the path isn't clear. The Strength card told you to trust your abilities. This is exactly what it meant. You're not weak for being unsure. You're strong for facing it anyway. At the same time, the nurturing energy of the Empress reminds you to care for yourself while you navigate this stalemate. Don't neglect your needs in the chaos of mental back and forth. Cook a nourishing meal, get outside, create something. These small acts anchor you and clear your mind. They help you avoid the pitfall of paralysis by analysis, which can lead to complacency or emotional numbness. Remember, Two of Cups reversed warned against avoiding difficult conversations. Two of Swords is pushing you to take the next step, breaking the silence, opening your eyes, and making a choice. So, what's the behavioral takeaway here? Stop dodging the talk. Stop blocking calls or freezing up when the issue comes up. Instead, sit down with your feelings, maybe even write out your options. Try to see both sides without judgment. This is where you stop assuming intentions and start seeking clarity. No more pride blocking reconciliation. No more silent treatment as a shield. The Two of Swords demands that you act, even if the action is just peeling back one layer of confusion at a time. You knew this already, Cancer, but the universe is handing you the cards again. The disconnection from Two of Cups reversed is real. You can't fix it by pretending it's not there. The Empress in Strength taught you how to nurture and stay strong. Now Two of Swords is forcing your hand. It's time to make peace with the uncertainty. Trust your inner voice and move forward, even if it's slow and messy. That stalemate won't break itself. You have to choose to break it. Page of Wands lights up your spread with fresh energy, Cancer. This card shouts new beginnings, curiosity, and a spark to explore what's next. You've been stuck, right? Staring at that Two of Swords like a deer in headlights, weighing your options, frozen by fear. The Page of Wands is here to shake you awake. It's the restless kid in you who wants to break free from the stalemate, to stop overthinking and start doing. You're craving adventure, and no, it doesn't have to be a grand leap. It can be as simple as trying something you've been curious about, sending that message you've been holding back, or even just allowing yourself to imagine a future beyond the current block. This card nudges you to embrace that eagerness, to say yes to new opportunities with open arms, even if they come with uncertainty. Hold on, don't confuse this enthusiasm with recklessness. The Page of Wands is bright-eyed, but still learning. It's about exploration, not overcommitment. You already know from the Empress in Strength that nurturing yourself and standing your ground matter. So blend that fiery curiosity with patience and compassion. If you rush headlong into everything, you might scatter your energy, lose focus, or burn out. Instead, pick one spark and fan it gently. Strength is less about immediate success and more about the courage to start. You're stepping out of the mental paralysis from earlier chapters, but it's okay to move at your own pace. I'm seeing a pattern here. Your heart and mind have been tangled in the Two of Cups, reversed, and Two of Swords. Miscommunication, emotional distance, and indecision have kept you stuck. The Page of Wands is the turning point. It's the invitation to stop waiting for perfect clarity before acting. You don't have to fix everything at once. Instead, take small steps fueled by genuine curiosity and enthusiasm. Ask yourself, what feels exciting right now? What little adventure can you dip your toes into? This card is the spark that can ignite your confidence, the inner strength you've been building. Don't lie to yourself about needing everything figured out before you move. That mindset's what kept you stuck in limbo. The Page of Wands says, trust your instincts, experiment, fail if you have to, but keep moving. You can still hold on to the lessons from strength, patience, compassion, resilience, while stepping into this new energy. Think of it as planting a seed, like the Empress encourages. You nurture it with creativity and care, but you also need to water it with action and curiosity. That's how growth happens, Cancer. So what's the behavioral takeaway here? Stop postponing. Start exploring. Maybe reach out to someone you've been avoiding, or try a fresh hobby that excites you. Write down wild ideas or plan a spontaneous outing. Whatever it is, don't let fear paralyze you anymore. The Page of Wands is calling you to move forward with enthusiasm, even if the path isn't perfectly clear. You already have the inner strength and nurturing energy to support you. Now it's time to turn that indecision into movement. You're ready for this next chapter. Just take the first step. The Tower. Hold on, Cancer. This card is a game changer in your story right now. The Tower shouts sudden change and upheaval, like a lightning bolt crashing through your old structures. I'm seeing something you thought was solid, something you built your security on, getting torn down fast. Maybe it's a shock, a breakup, a job loss, a revelation that shakes your foundation. You didn't see it coming, but it's here, and you can't pretend it's not. The Tower demands you let go of what no longer works, even if it hurts. Clinging to the past now only drags you deeper into chaos. You might feel blindsided, but this destruction clears space for something new. It's raw and uncomfortable, but necessary for transformation. Actually, no, this isn't just about loss. It's about awakening. The Tower forces you to see what was hidden, false beliefs, illusions, or patterns you've outgrown. You thought you had clarity, but wait. The truth is more brutal than you imagined. It's time to face it head on. Avoiding it or resisting change will only prolong the pain. Instead, embrace the upheaval as a cleansing fire. Breakdowns make breakthroughs. Let the old structures collapse so you can rebuild on stronger ground. Remember your prior chapters? You started with disconnection, then wrestled with indecision, and finally took tentative steps toward new beginnings. The Tower now accelerates that process. No more waiting on the sidelines. The hesitation, the emotional blocks, they crumble here. This sudden shift pushes you from paralysis into action. You might feel like you're falling apart, but really, you're breaking free. It's the chaos before the calm. The new path is unclear yet, but it's opening. Don't lie to yourself about holding steady. You might try to avoid tough conversations or ignore feelings, but the Tower is tearing those walls down. You need to address misunderstandings and reconnect with empathy. No more silent treatments or emotional distance. The Tower calls for brutal honesty, even if it stings. It's a wake, up call to rebuild relationships on truth, not illusion. Take a deep breath. Strength is still with you. This upheaval isn't a sign you're weak, it's proof you're ready to grow. Use your inner courage to face the storm. Patience and compassion for yourself will keep you grounded as the dust settles. Don't rush the rebuilding. The Tower clears the way for the Empress energy, nurturing, creativity, abundance to flow in next. But first, you have to dismantle what's broken. So what action can you take today? Stop avoiding the inevitable. Speak your truth, even if it feels risky. Let go of controlling outcomes. Prepare for unexpected shifts and don't resist the chaos. Start small, clear clutter, say what's on your mind, take a bold step toward that new idea you've been curious about. Even if you're scared, move forward. The Tower shakes you awake, Cancer. It's rough, but it's your turning point. Embrace it. You're not losing yourself, you're shedding the old to make space for the new. Six of Swords reversed. Okay, hold on, this is big. When this card flips reversed, it's shouting that you're stuck, like really stuck. You're not moving forward. You're carrying emotional baggage that feels way too heavy. Maybe you're circling the same old wounds, replaying conversations that went sideways, refusing to leave familiar pain behind. It's like you're trapped in a limbo of unfinished business. You want out, but something keeps pulling you back. Maybe it's comfort in the known, even if that known is toxic or painful. You're hesitant to let go. You keep revisiting the past instead of stepping into the future. That's the core here, resistance to transition. I see you holding grudges. Or maybe you're avoiding the hard work of closure. You think that if you just stay put, things will sort themselves out. Spoiler, they won't. You knew this already, but are afraid to admit it. The Six of Swords reverse demands action. Not physical action only, but emotional. You've got to face those unresolved issues head on. No more sidestepping or pretending it's fine. Healing means confronting the discomfort, saying what's been left unsaid, and finding real closure. Holding on to pain only chains you down tighter. You might be clinging to old narratives about yourself or others that no longer serve you. The energy here is like a boat stuck in calm water with no wind in its sails. There's a trip to be made, but you're not boarding. This ties right back to the chaos you've been through, the Tower's upheaval, the emotional disconnect from the Two of Cups reversed, the internal stalemate from the Two of Swords, the spark of new beginnings from Page of Wands. You're at a crossroads, Cancer, but the reverse Six of Swords is warning. If you don't actively engage with your emotional baggage, you'll remain stuck in this stalled transition. You can't just hope the storm passes or that new adventures will magically pull you forward. You have to do the work of releasing and healing, even when it's messy. I'm seeing that embracing your Strength card energy is critical here. Use your inner courage. Stand up to your fears about change and uncertainty. Be patient with yourself while you untangle these knots. Remember, patience is not passive, it's active resilience. You might feel like you're taking one step forward and two steps back, but that's okay. It's progress, it's movement, it's breaking through stagnation. And then there's the Empress energy waiting for you. Nurturing, abundant, creative, but you can't reach her if you're still stuck in old emotional patterns. The reverse Six of Swords is a sign to stop avoiding the deep work. Don't lie to yourself about being ready to move on if you keep circling back to the same pain. The time has come to embrace the discomfort of letting go. Seek clarity, seek closure, and then set your sights on growth. So, yes, the chaos has been real, but it's a gateway. This card is telling you, you need to stop resisting the transition. You need to actively leave behind what no longer serves you. Only then will you find the smooth waters ahead. The new beginning you're craving won't come from waiting. It'll come from facing your emotional baggage with courage and compassion. Don't hold back. You've got this. All right, Cancer, here we are at the final chapter, and the energy swirling around you is intense but powerful. Two of Cups, reversed, is still echoing from earlier chapters. It's about the pattern you spotted but didn't name when the Two of Cups, reversed, appeared. Of course, avoiding those tough talks just made the silence even louder. You might have held back affection or shut down when things got rough. But here's the thing. If you don't face that moment you wanted to look away when the truth was clear, you stay stuck in the same loop of disharmony. Remember, disconnection doesn't fix itself. You've got to lean in with empathy, even if it feels uncomfortable. Then there's the Two of Swords sitting right next to it, the classic stalemate card. It's not just about indecision, it's about the mental gridlock you put yourself in. Maybe you stalled on making a choice because you feared the wrong move. But the energy here is telling you, you cannot stay frozen. Weigh your options, sure, but now embrace the uncertainty. That indecision? It's a wall you have to walk through, not around. Don't procrastinate on this. Your intuition is whispering. Listen before your mind drowns it out. Now the Page of Wands bursts in like a fresh breeze. This card brings enthusiasm and new beginnings, exactly what you need after all this heavy emotional work. If you've been dreaming about a new hobby, a spontaneous trip, or a creative project, now is the green light. But hold on, don't scatter your energy. This isn't permission to overcommit. Channel your curiosity with focus and let that creative spark guide you gently forward. Adventure doesn't have to be chaotic. It can be a steady, thrilling unfolding. Then, bam! The tower crashes in, shaking your foundations once more. But wait, this isn't punishment. It's an awakening. The tower is telling you those old structures you clung to, the false securities, the denial, the comfort zones, have to fall. I know you resisted this upheaval before, but resisting only prolongs the chaos. This is a clearing space. Let go. Let the dust settle so new growth can take root. You might be scared, but this breakdown is your breakthrough. Six of Swords reversed is the stubborn part of you that's been dragging emotional baggage like a heavy suitcase. You've tried to move forward, but something's holding you back. Maybe it's unfinished business or old wounds you haven't fully faced. The reversed Six of Swords says, stop revisiting the past without resolution. You have to seek closure, even if it hurts. Healing isn't neat or quick. It means sitting with discomfort until it loosens its grip. You're not stuck because life trapped you, you're stuck by choice. The work you've been avoiding is the work that sets you free. Enter the Empress, the nurturing powerhouse reminding you to care for yourself. After all this upheaval, you need to rebuild from a place of abundance, not scarcity. Cook that nourishing meal, tend your garden, create something just for you. The Empress is urging you to embrace growth and comfort, but don't get lazy here. Self-care is an indulgence. It's essential groundwork for your healing. Creativity feeds your soul and anchors you in the present. Finally, Strength steps in as your inner warrior. This card is your reminder that you possess resilience and courage beyond measure. You've stood up for yourself, even when it wasn't easy. Now it's time to trust your inner power with patience and compassion. Don't doubt your ability to navigate this final stretch. Strength isn't about brute force. It's about quiet confidence and steady endurance. Be kind to others and yourself as you persevere. Cancer. Everything you faced, the disconnection, the indecision, the upheaval, the resistance, is converging now. It's like when clarity felt uncomfortable and you faced those burdens, but you're finally ready to set it down. The work you've been avoiding is exactly what will free you. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Lean into those difficult conversations. Make the choices you've been scared to make. Embrace new beginnings with focused passion. Let the old fall away. Heal the wounds you've avoided. Nurture yourself tenderly. And above all, trust your inner strength. You're not just closing a chapter, you're stepping into a whole new story. Remember, you've got this. The freedom you seek is on the other side of the work. Don't lie to yourself now. Take that brave step forward. The journey doesn't end here, it truly begins. Okay, that's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.